I'm only choosing to film outside because I wanted a background of Pokemons. If not, I'll film in my room, it's easier. So Cosfest is coming up. Cosfest is in October. It's in 15 October. So I have about 2 months, a little bit less than 2 months to make this. So I decided I'm gonna cosplay. It's been a very long time and I'm gonna cosplay a Pokemon because I've always wanted to. And I used to make clothes for dolls to fulfill that kind of desire, but now that I'm making clothes for myself, so it's clothes for myself. What kind of Pokemon, you may ask? Well, I'm wearing hints and I have hints. It's none of these Pokemons, but it's definitely a grass type. And I'll tell you why I want to choose this Pokemon. Because, no brainer. I'm gonna cosplay Leavanny! It's a bug grass type Pokemon, and well, the whole story of this Pokemon is that she makes clothes for her kids. So she makes clothes for Swaddle and the other one, I don't remember the name. Terrible Pokemon fan. But yeah, so soft spot for a Pokemon that sells, so therefore I'm making this. I'm also trying to make this costume more wearable in everyday life, so I picked elements that I kind of like myself and things that are inspired by the Pokemon, so I would wear these clothes everyday life. That's my goal. So so the pants is just gonna be layered pants like hers, and then the top is gonna be some peasant top with really flowy thing that trying to mimic the look of the shears, but it's not sharp and sheary. And then I'm gonna put yellow accents. I'm also thinking of maybe a yellow belt, but that will be an afterthought. Yeah. And then if I have time, the other fancy buggy stuff. I'm planning to curl this wig if I can. Then it will be a curly hairstyle. Yeah. And then I'm also, what's more important than the little buggy accessories is that I'm gonna make a bonnet for this Pokemon and a cape for this Pokemon, and those will be worn by my dogs. Which, for example, I don't have the other one here, but my dog, I think this one's gonna be the one that wears the bonnet. He's already in green. His character is usually in green. So it's, yes, excited. I already bought fabrics, so I bought a green linen for all the dark green stuff, and then cotton. I think this is cotton, cotton for the light green stuff. And then for the flowy sleeves, I got this, but it's the wrong shade of green. Daddy, I'm filming! Yeah, so for the... I bought wrong fabric, so I need to go find more, and then I will continue with that.
客串
Yeah. Oh yeah, wow, totally forgot. So she has a butt thing. This butt thing, so I'm gonna make a butt cape thing that highly potentially can also be a cape if I wanted to. I mean, I don't know. I hope it works out. And yeah, and I want to make shoes. So it's like this project is an intro to all the leafy green stuff. So I also want to make shoes, so wish me luck. Okay, I can't film now. So I started by digging up my OG pants pattern, and I had to make a mock-up again because there was a lot of things wrong with that pants, which it was wearable, but it's giving me like camel toes in front. So if I did a good job at fixing this pattern, maybe I'll remake my OG pants. I think I still have fabrics. maybe. This character had a 3-tier pants. So the way to do it is that you make a full pants first, and I actually put the darts on the outside because this pants will partially become lining for the rest of the layers. So you make a full pants, and then you make a full shorts, and then you have this rectangle piece that you insert in between them. Very basic tube. There's him at the bottom. That's how it's made. I honestly thought that the colour might be too bright for me because this is not the shade of green that I usually wear. And the design might be like too out there, but I end up wearing this like no problem. Now moving on to the top, I actually traced the pattern of a vest that I already had. That was the easy part. Then I have to figure out how I want the sleeves to be made, and it took a few tries. By this point, hopefully you know I do not know what I am doing most of the time. But I settled for this pattern. I don't know why I settled for this pattern. There was a lot of problems too. And then I embroidered leaves to attach to the end of that sleeve, 2 on each side. But I had a lot of problems with that too because the leaves were not flowing the way I want them to flow, and I didn't really know why. But I still went ahead with it because I have a deadline. Here's the sleeves in comparison to the reference. In fact, I could have just stopped there, but I wanted to add some yellow details to the collar. More for my own sake because the character actually has a lot of yellow, but there's no yellow in my costume. And also, I really like the lace-up design. I did wear this one out also, but I didn't have a video clip, I just had a photo. I was not very happy with the sleeves, but I also knew I had to move on if I want to do everything. So now it's on to the butt cape, which is now 3 layers. I tried to make the vein designs out of yarn that's in between the 2 layers. And then I sewed around it so that it has this little bump that looks like a leaf. And then I sewed more details of veins. Honestly, this is too subtle. You couldn't see it in any photos or videos. So I spent so long making so many leaves with so much effort, and it doesn't show up. When I first bought this fabric, I thought the discoloration, the intentional discoloration, would make the leaf look very realistic. But end up in such a big scale, it looks very fake. I decided to paint the leaf for more details. The paint job isn't that great, but from afar, from photos, it actually looks quite good. It's just when you do close up, it's pretty ugly. So that concludes all the must-make items for this costume. So in the next video, I'm gonna concentrate on the doll side of things. And then if I have time, I'll make the buggy accessories for the rest of the costume.